Today I'll be taking you behind the scenes at PSE Fabrication to show you how a custom tray and canopy is made, starting from an idea and sheets of aluminium to the final product. If you haven't seen the first part of this canopy build, make sure you click the thumbnail at the end of this video where we go through the final design and discuss every feature that this new setup will have. Now we pick up right where we left off in our last video. With the design finalized to suit the trips I have planned, Pete starts inputting instructions to cut out the panels of the tray, as well as cutting out panels for the canopy and the accessories like jerrycan holders. So that's our cut sheet there, isn't it?
That's it.
Is that how it's going to be cut out?
That's exactly
that's like your table.
That's it. I've nested it. That's a 24 by 12 sheet.
Yeah. And the idea, I guess, is that once you get this all like centered up on that table, it just does the work.
That's it.
That's pretty cool.
But people think that we don't have to do much work because the machine does it all. But there is a few hours in here getting all this set up.
Oh.
But once it's set up, it's set up.
Yeah.
And you know, a few minor changes here and there, like I said, these slots.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want to change, providing it's not a massive change, it's not really a big deal. So that's these pockets that'll go round and round and round. That's just so we don't have to screw it down. Yeah. If you just cut in there, that bit will become loose and they tend to break your bit. Okay. So you do the pocket, they call it. Yeah. So this one here is called a contour, and that will just cut around the edge. Yep. See, that's why we've got the big screen, because that there is on the wrong side of the line. Okay. And that would have made it 8mm too small. Sorry, 12mm too small, because it would have cut on that side of the line instead of that one. Which that mistake. How many times have you done that to figure that one out? That has happened a lot. But what we need to do now is put some tabs on it. Yep. So it doesn't fall out. And then how do you get rid of them afterwards? You just cut it off with a grinder? They're only small little tabs, so you can generally break it out with a large screwdriver. Yeah, it kind of makes it into, like, you know, those like when those model cars. That's exactly what it's like. Yeah, that's cool. Can't see any problems. It'll generally tell you if there's a problem with it. That won't come up green. Okay. But sometimes it does. It comes up an orange colour to say there's a fault somewhere, but it's not. So now what you do now is you send it out to the machine. Yep. So we're cutting out the base of the tray now. That's it. Very exciting. We're there. Cool. So we go there now. Yep. We have the right one. It's just checking that it's going to cut where I've zeroed it off, that it's going to cut where I want it to cut. So are you looking for anything right now, or? Making sure that it's on the sheet. Yep. Because there's nothing worse when you do one and it misses a little bit. So we're still travelling fine now. So far so good. Zero it off again. And here we go. What I'll do is it'll come back here. Yep. And that'll be the point. How deep it's got to go. Okay. It should do those pockets first. Yep. To cut out a sheet like this takes around 20 minutes, and this is only a few of the many panels required to make the base and canopy. It certainly is a time-consuming process, and when you consider there's several more sheets to cut out, the time spent on just this process alone begins to add up. Next,
Pete is going to smooth off the edge on both sides of every piece that was just cut, as it is sharp straight off the router. Again, this is a time-consuming process, but it is well worth it when you see the final finish on each piece. Yeah, that's really, yeah. It's got almost like a lip on it, you know.
Your road's not going to last long.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Makes a big difference.
Oh, that's a huge difference. And you go and do that on like every piece. Wow. Yeah. Wow. And that's where all your time's going into. Yeah. Oh, that's unreal.
So yeah, you go to the other side. It'll put that.
Jeez.
You feel that now? Like there's no.
Nah, there's no edge on it. Nothing.
Touch in, ready to bend them.
After each piece is bent into the required shape, everything is welded to fix it into its final position. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get footage of the welding as I had work on while the boys were welding everything up, but one thing that stood out to me was the sheer amount of time that they had put into every step, like the welds that you see here. This gives me a lot of confidence for when I take this down corrugations, knowing that it's not going to break. To finish this video, Pete's going to share with us some information on the design features of his trays, and we'll also be mocking up some accessories we'll be adding to the final setup to make sure everything fits.
Mudguard placement.
Yeah.
That's what all this is about. Yeah?
Yeah. That's that placement, hey?
Yeah.
Trying to get it right.
So you've got to start from there and work your way back.
Mm.
And hopefully it doesn't stick out the end.
Yeah.
Oh, see there?
Yeah.
Welded.
Oh, it's welded all the way around, yeah.
Yeah. And it's welded all along here. Actually down here, that's a full weld. See all that? It's fully sealed.
Oh, yeah.
But again, too, that's where the custom thing comes in, mate.
Wow.
This is how this one started. That's the width of the cab.
Yeah.
That was another one I measured. That's what he had, but he had -12s. These were 0 offset, so I had to take that off, and it come up with 1950.
So you make the tray.
Yeah, we do that to suit.
And that's for each build, that's a lot of work, isn't it?
Well, it's custom, I suppose.
Otherwise, you end up with a tray that's slightly too narrow, slightly too wide.
I hate it, mate. When the wheels go in there, it drives me nuts.
Or even when you get those trays that people, you see they get off Marketplace or something, and they're like sitting in here, and then the guards just trying to get out. It's just, it doesn't look right. It's all bolted on.
It doesn't look like much work.
No.
Like what, mate? We just spent half an hour on the computer getting these in the right spot. The strap.
It's crazy.
No, like I was saying to Steve, I should have got Mark to look at this because people have got no idea.
Yeah, the amount of work.
Yeah. Probably not next week, probably halfway through the week after, we'll probably have yours.
That'd be awesome.
Mate.
That'd be great.
And you have a look at a lot of them, they're welded there. We make that up in one bit. So you haven't got that.
So you make it with like a little bit of an overcut here, like an over, and then you bend that underneath it.
That's it, yeah. Because a lot of them, you look at them all, they got a full weld across there.
Yeah.
And not only, you know, that's a lot of weld, but it twists it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whoop, that on there? Yep.
Yep.
See, that sits like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where your canopy floor is.
Yeah.
So it's got nowhere to go.
Nah, that's awesome. Sandwiched up there.
Yeah.
A lot of clearance on that too. It's not going to hit anything.
You only got what we got to look out for in the Landcruiser. You got diff breathers in yours?
No, I have the kit. I just haven't installed it yet.
Yeah.
That just probably works out well because I can install it around it, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we probably should install that
at the same time.
While it's all off.
Yeah, might as well. That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While it's all off.
Yeah. I'll bring them in when I do it. And are those the actual inverters and stuff that all stick onto the thing, onto the headboard, like these ones here?
Or they stick onto that panel.
So you just bolt them on there.
Yeah, you can wire all this up.
Yep.
On the bench.
Yep.
Then all you got to do is connect it. Well, you connect. There's 2 fittings there.
Yep.
To your battery. Sorry, what did you say it was?
1500 long.
Well, that's beautiful because that's spot on. What did you say? 1200 wide.
And 1200 wide.
But you know what I mean? It puts your mind at ease.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Whether you're going to buy something, what's going to look.
Yeah, I was thinking because the slimline one was good, but the disappointing thing was that even if we lined it up to the back, it was still going to sit over by almost half a metre. Like it was going to sit over a long way onto here.
I think it was 400.
Because it's 2100.
Yeah, we've got 1700 there, so 400
so 400 mil.
Yeah.
It just didn't sit right with me. It wasn't going to look right.
But that's like I said, that's the beauty of this, mate. We can put that on there, and you can move forward.
And that's what I was thinking. And the only reason why I thought it, like I wouldn't have thought otherwise about it, but after you showed me on the rendering, it's sitting over 400. Most people probably look at that and be like, I don't really care. But for me, it bothered me, so I walked away from it thinking, nah, I really don't like that. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you want to see the final part of this build series where we'll be finishing and installing the base and canopy, please click the subscribe button and make sure you turn on notifications because they are turned off by default. Thank you again to Pete for allowing me behind the scenes to see how custom fabrication works. If you want to give him a call about custom fabrication work for your own four-wheel drive, I'll leave his details in the description of this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very shortly in the next video where we finally get everything fitted up and we get this thing on the road. Let's do it.